All right, what's up, tycoons? Super excited for today's video. We're going to be taking a look at three stocks this week that you need to be paying attention to. And if you trade options like we do in the Options Trading Tycoons Discord, then there's a really good chance to make 20, 50, 100% on these trades, right? Now I'm going to give you bullish and bearish scenarios. So you'll be able to essentially make money on the upside or downside on these this week. Okay, so you're going to want to watch this video, pay attention, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, all right, I do viewer requests every single week, so if you have any stocks or cryptos, anything like that, maybe a strategy or tutorial you want me to do for you, let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to do that for you. Okay, we're going to dive right into the chart, and we have the Fibonacci's up here. Okay, what I have is my swing high and my swing low. All right, so here's our high, here's our low, and this is the low from the chart. Okay, 1365. All right, if you look, these levels, all right, have all been some very valid support and resistance levels. Okay, we got rejected here. All right, then we try to find some support here, and got rejected again, come down, got rejected. So they're holding up very valid. It's looking good on the Fibonacci's. So right now, the price levels you're going to want to pay attention to, all right, essentially to where we're going to have a breakout, right? Because if you look right here, this is kind of like our little consolidation zone. This is going to be our box consolidation, and this is after hours right now, and then pre-market. It will be in here. What you're going to look for is you're going to look for a break above 25.8. All right, and what I mean by that is you're going to look for the candlesticks to start opening and closing above 25.38. All right, to go to the upside, and you're going to look for a break below 2261 on the downside. All right, you're going to look for a break there and for the candlesticks to open and close. You don't want to purchase one of these wicks. Okay, this is what I mean by the candlestick is opening and it's going below the this level here, but it's not closing below the level. As you can see, it came back up, it just wicked down here, and then it ended up finding support at the level and bouncing. So you want to that's something that you always need to keep in mind. Okay, that's what people mean by confirmation. That's one of the signs of confirmation. All right, and above 25.38, your next resistance level or your price target, your bullish price target, is going to be 28.14. So that's where, if you get the breakout and candlesticks are opening and closing, you can try to ride the momentum up to 28.14 and have your stop loss here at 25.38. All right, now it does look like we're going to continue pulling back on this one. And so I'm leaning a little bit more towards the bearish case scenario, going below 2261. And the reason for that is we have some bearish divergence. All right. So if you look at this green or this white trend line right here, this is clearly a uptrend line. And if you look at this white trend line on our RSI, it's a downtrend line. This is what's known as bearish divergence. There's a divergence between the charts. So, the price action is going up, but the RSI value is going lower. That doesn't mean that we have to drop. It's just an indicator that traders like to use. Okay. So that's it for SST. And, really our breakout level is going to be above 32.8 and 37.1. Once we get above those, then, the fibs on ATER can take us all the way up to 50, 51.9, and 75.04. Okay, so that'll be our next parabolic breakout. Okay, as you see here, we went from like 14 all the way up to 37. That was like a parabolic breakout. What we're going to need to do is break past those highs of 37.1, and then our next price target is going to be right around 50 at 51.59, and then 74. So if there's a short squeeze or anything like that, then these are the price levels that we're possibly going to hit. But until then, things do look a little bit bearish, right? The next one we're going to go into is ATER, ATER. And ATER, we're looking at this. I have the same thing pulled up. We have the Fibonacci's. Okay, we have our swing high 507, and then we have our swing low. All right, so these are the levels, and we'll zoom in a little bit more so it's clear. And now this one is showing a lot more strength, and this one has a lot more social sentiment. All right, if you look on the Fibonacci levels, it's much higher. Okay, we haven't fallen down to these levels past the 50% line on ATER yet. So essentially what this means is that if we bounce off of 402, then we're still in a normal healthy uptrend. And if we bounce off of 369, then we are in a weak uptrend, but we're still in a overall uptrend, right? Once we drop below the 50%, then that's going to be signs of a downtrend. So I don't want to sound too bearish on this one, but again, we do have bearish divergence. Okay, if we look here, this is a uptrend line on the price action, and then this is a downtrend line on the price action. That's what's known as bearish divergence. We are seeing the pullback already. We didn't bounce off the 78.6 level, which was 449, but we're trading just under it. Okay, so we're hovering. We haven't tested our support level down at 4.02. But if this divergence, if this bearish divergence continues to play out, that is a level that I think we will see. But we could very well open up on Monday and break above this 449 level. And once we're trading above 449, we're going to look to take profit at our highs here about 507. Okay. And the fibs on this one, we'll take it if we get a breakout past 507, then we could head all the way up to almost $7, right around $6.80. Okay, so we won't reach $6.80 until we break 507. And to do that, we have to break 449. All right. So again, these are the levels that we're paying attention to right here. If you want to chart them up on your own chart, or just put some support and resistance levels, maybe set some alerts, I would play the breakout above 449, which meaning that we're opening and closing. Okay. Because if you look at this one, we opened below and closed above, right? So we didn't open and close above it. And then the next candlestick opened above it, but then it closed below it. So we never got confirmation that we were opening and closing above these levels, right? So hopefully this makes sense to you. But you can go long or short using the strategy. And that's essentially what you want to do. You want to look for confirmation, right, of the candlesticks opening and closing above or below, depending on which, if you're shorting it or buying put contracts, you can buy the $4 puts and ride the momentum. As long as it's under 450, you can ride the momentum down to $4. All right. And the next one we're going to look at is TA. Okay. Now, TA, I want to zoom out a little bit. Okay. We're going to look at the daily chart first for this one, just so you guys have a little bit more of a bigger picture of what's going on here with the price action. So if we look here, all right, we have a few things going on. We have another case of, instead of bearish divergence like I've been showing you guys, we actually have some bullish divergence here. So here we have a low on the stock chart, the price action, and we have a lower low. But on our RSI, we have a low here, we have a higher low, and then an even higher low. So we made 3 lower lows here and we made 3 higher lows. That's what's known as bullish divergence, right? And when we had that third higher low, we had a nice rally of 32% almost in a few days, about a week or so. So that's really nice. And this is what I mean by, it's not a guarantee that you'll see bullishness in the future, right? Because we didn't get a really big pop here, but later again, when we created the third higher low and we made another lower low, where there was a very strong rally of 32% off of that bullish divergence. Now, what we're going to be looking for is we're going to see now this is going to be kind of our resistance line. So we're testing to see, okay, was this just a dip below support and we're going to go back above it? Or is this going to be our resistance on the RSI? And are we going to be battling that and just going lower from there? So that's what we're looking at on the daily chart for the RSI. But we do have a nice setup, okay, of a bullish pattern known as an inverse head and shoulders. Here's our left shoulder, here's our head, here's our right shoulder forming. Okay, it's not it's not validated yet. We need to see this bullishness continue, and then it need to break out past these levels right around here. I'd say the neckline is going to be 46.20, roughly $46. And once we get above $46, then we could head all the way up to $54. That would be our price target for that one. But that's going to take a lot longer to play out. If we look here on some smaller time frames, okay, we'll go down here to let's go to the 15-minute chart. And I just want to show you guys another strategy you can use rather than the Fibonacci's. Okay, this is a supply and demand trading strategy that I like to use. And if you guys want to trade with us, join the Discord, use code Zachly, like the channel name ZachlyTrades. The link is in the description below. You'll get a discount on your membership with that. So this green box is going to be our demand zone. All right. And then this red box is going to be our supply zone. This just means that there's a supply imbalance of more sell orders in this area, and that causes the price action to drop. Demand zones are an area where there's, a higher demand, where there's a demand imbalance of buy orders and it causes it to go up. So right now we have what's known as a triple bottom. Well, here's our one bottom here, two bottom here, three bottom here. That's a bullish pattern. And then we had a nice rally into supply where we faced resistance and we came back down. We also had slight bullish divergence again. This is another indicator. So now we're combining indicators and patterns. We're using a triple bottom along with bullish divergence, because if you look here, we were going lower, right? Here's our low slightly above this low, and then this was our lowest low right here. So, three lows, but then we have three higher lows in a row. And then that created the nice rally. We're pulling back now, but we appear to be finding a little bit of support, okay, right along the RSI bullish divergence trend line. So we're going to look to see if we can hold this and maybe dip below and rally and come back up, or if this is going to turn into a major resistance level on our RSI, causing us to fall further. And, that would result in us falling back into this demand zone. Now, the more you test supply and demand, the more the orders are bought up, right? Okay, well, hey, there's a bunch of stop limit or stop orders or market orders in this area, and they filled quickly. Then you come back down, they fill quickly. Then you come back down, they fill quickly. If we come back down, you have to ask yourself the question: is there any more demand left? Because we've bounced so many times in this demand zone. Did all of those orders get filled, right? Or what you're going to look for is, are we showing demand? Is there still more demand? Are buyers stepping in, and are we rallying? Okay, that's what we've been seeing each time we've fallen in our demand zone, and that's what you're going to want to continue looking for. All right, so thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also leave me a comment below letting me know what kind of strategies you're using, what stocks you're looking at, and I'll be happy to do any request you have.